Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to show you an example of a trade from the Money Bar indicator from Tim Bohen today, and I'm going to show you how a subscriber made about 40% in probably 20 or 30 minutes on this trade. But before we get into all of that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Russell Barber. I've been testing hundreds of alert services for years now, and if you'd like to see my top 10 alert services for 2025, check out the link in the description below. It'll take you to the video where I go through my top favorite alert services. So this one is not really an alert service, it's an indicator or a scanner almost. And I'll leave a link in the description so you can come and look at the full review of Tim Bowen's Money Bar indicator. It's really cool. I've been doing really well with it, and it was really nice to see a comment from a guy who basically got hold of this last night. So he bought it last night for, I think it's like $50 for a lifetime. And let's just check the price on that. It's $49 for lifetime for this. So it's a low cost indicator. It's in a standalone platform. It's really cool. I'll leave a link to check it out here, and also a direct link to purchase if you don't want to watch the webinar. And make sure you're able to get this if you want it. I really like it so far, and I'll show you why. So this was a video that I did yesterday on the one of the trades that worked well with the money bar. It went up 100%. And I kind of talked through my thesis about how to get in and out of these trades and kind of what to look for. And I was really excited to see that one of my comments today was this one right here. Just signed up last night. Already made $300 on IVF this morning. Got at 225 out of 3, easy money. So it's always good to see like good feedback from people. Because sometimes I do these videos, I don't really know like if people are watching them or buying the things that are, doing whatever, but it's always good to see, good feedback on this. And so I wanted to go through the IVF trade and why I was watching it too. I had to take my kid to daycare, so I wasn't able to take the trade, but it's good to like look back and analyze what I would likely have done. So when I woke up this morning, I looked at the money bar indicator and I saw the top three, which is right here, were STTS and IVF and this one GFPR. I immediately identified IVF as being the most likely candidate for a potential trade on here. And that was for a couple of reasons. So we go and look at the chart. First of all, 34x this early in the morning is pretty good float rotation. The float is tiny. Look at this, 331,000. So really small float, really good float rotation. And so at the time of looking at this top bar, basically we were kind of in this region right here, and we really hadn't moved up. So it's kind of interesting. We'd seen some action pre-market, but it'd been kind of dying off. And so it was already starting to really rotate. And as the market opened, we actually saw the float start to rotate rapidly. This is a snapshot showing it went to 62x pretty quickly. So this indicates that you're looking at something that's probably going to take off, at least in the short term. And so that's exactly what happened. You can see the price moved up from 225-ish, just all the way up. This is the 1 minute chart. So if we do this on like the 5 minute chart, it might be, I'll just leave on the one that won't. Anyway, it peaked at 320. So it went almost from 2 to 3, which is nearly a 50% move on this in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. About half an hour, 40 minutes, just to move all the way up here. Now, the reason I picked this one is it was near the top of the list. It was liquid. It looked like it made a move pre-market and then it settled down, but the float was still rotating like mad, especially at the open. But the real key for me was when I added my Infinity Algo to this, and I highly recommend this indicator. It's only $99 for lifetime, but in combination with this, it's been superb. So if you have top of the list on the float rotation, this ticker IVF, you start to see it really start to ramp up and rotate and rotate and rotate. And you get a buy signal, smart buy, as this is happening on Infinity Algo. And I'll leave a link in the description below where you can buy Infinity Algo for just $99 lifetime. Superb deal. Then this would indicate a buy. And I think perhaps the commenter maybe used this in order to get into this trade, but yeah, and it worked really well. So really fantastic trade. Not quite the 100% that we saw yesterday, and I think 300% the day before, but it's just showing the power of just carefully looking at Tim Bowen's money bar indicator. It does take a bit of work. You have to look at like the different tickers, look at your other indicators to see which ones you might want to rule out because maybe one's very bearish, um, or whatnot. Like this wasn't looking that great earlier. Here we had like a sell, a normal sell here. So obviously, like I wouldn't enter on this, but it was a pretty clear thing. So one thing you can do is just use the Timbo and Money Bar indicator to find the kind of short list of stocks, and then use Infinity Algo to give you that confirmation of when to buy and even when to get out. You can take some profit here and take some profit here. So yeah, overall, really excited. I'm glad to see people are starting to sign up for this and make money on it. So this wasn't an easy day either. I looked through the other examples that were here and here, and neither of them worked very well and looked pretty bad. So I think this guy that commented did very well picking IVF as the one to look at. So anyway, hopefully it's helpful. Make sure you check out all the links in the description below where you can get both the money indicator and also Infinity Algo if you want to use it. It's really good on these small cap stocks and it's only $99 for life. So pretty good tool. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.